HT Smartcast.
You are listening to a Mint production brought to you by HT Smartcast.
Hi, I'm Abhinav Kaul and welcome to this edition of Mint Guru Portfolio. Today we have with us Basant Maheshwari, co-founder and partner at Basant Maheshwari Wealth Advisors LLP, a portfolio management company. Basant is the epitome of a stock market bull as he invests nearly 100% of his money in stocks. Today we'll talk with him about his investment journey, key stock picks of his career, and stock market mantras. Let's listen in.
Hi, welcome to Why Not Mint Money, a personal finance podcast where we help you understand basic money concepts and share strategies for you to build your wealth. So let's get started on your money journey.
Let me start very quickly on how it all happened. I was in first year college in 1991, and Harshad Mehta was taking the entire country by storm. So it all started from there because as a college goer, first year, we were doing BCom from St. Xavier's, and the first thing that struck us was कि 40 का चीज आप ले लो, 2 दिन में 50-60 हो जाता है. And the second period at St. Xavier's used to start at 6:40, it used to end at 7:20. Invariably, we used to bunk it because the guy with the Economic Times would arrive at 6:45. Those days, there were no internet, nothing to see. So you had to buy the Economic Times. The 2 rupee paper used to sell for 10 of those days. And two of us would used to get together and buy the 10 rupee paper. And in 5 minutes, we would have done what we wanted to do because all we wanted to see was the quotation. वो पीछे के पन्ने में आता था उस समय. So it all started from there, and then I knew कि पैसा इससे बनता है, but I didn't know what to do. So first 7, 8, 9 years, I kept losing. We had a family business, so I would go to office and my dad would say, "I give you a salary check." No, I would say, "I need a salary check." So he would give me a salary check every month in my own office, and I would put that money to buy stocks. I would buy low P, single digit, double digit stocks, 15 रुपया वाला, 20 रुपया वाला, because I would think 20 रुपए में 1000 शेयर आ जाएंगे, 200 वाला लूंगा तो 100 ही शेयर आएंगे. So, and another problem from being from Calcutta was all the blue chips of those years, like the Infosys, the Nestle, the Asian Paints, used to trade at Bombay. And if you had to buy a stock in Bombay, they would charge you 2% brokerage. And I would say, who's going to give 2% brokerage? I want to buy the stock at 1% brokerage in Calcutta. In Calcutta, you had all these crappy companies like Hindustan Motors and DCL Polyester and Sanghi Polyester. All of them have been written off. So to cut a long story short and to take you fast forward, 1999, my father passed away. We had a flourishing family business. We couldn't manage ourselves in the political circles. I rather couldn't manage myself, and the entire business had to be closed down, and we got nothing out of it. So hand to mouth,
Sorry,
there was nothing
what
to
was
do.
the business about?
So we had a gypsum mining business. We used to supply gypsum to cement companies across the country, mostly North India. The business had to be closed down. And when the business closed down, we had no money. I had to relocate back to Calcutta because there was a home there in Calcutta and I didn't have to pay rent. So came back to Calcutta, didn't know what to do. Money was also dwindling.
From J&K, right?
Yeah, from J&K. In the year 2000, I made 10-15x in my portfolio because I again bought those DSQ software and the Himachal Futuristics and the Silver Lines. I didn't buy Infosys because Infosys महंगा था. So DSQ, Himachal and Silver Line सस्ता था. And I bought them. So 200 rupees I bought DSQ, it went to 2800, didn't sell. So it was all on margin funding. To cut a long story short, by 2001, I was almost hand to mouth, no money, either in shares or because घर का पैसा तो सब gypsum mining project में चला गया था, zero हो गया था. So then what happened was at that time there was nothing to do, but there was this belief कि पैसा बनेगा तो शेयर बाजार से ही बनेगा. कैसे बनेगा? I didn't know. So I started teaching because I had a cost accounting degree. So I said कुछ तो पैसा कमाना पड़ेगा. So morning 5 o'clock to 9:30 I used to teach. Markets used to open at 9:55 those days if I recall. And then from 3:30 onwards I would teach till 8 o'clock. And all the money that I got, I would pour into the markets. So at that time,
you were teaching accountancy, right?
No, I was teaching anything. So that's funny. So if you would tell me that I'm an MBA second year student, I would say no problem. I'll teach you. I used to charge a little more because I used to teach one-on-one. And I used to buy the book and I used to tell him कि भाई कौन सा करना है कल. तो बोलेगा मुझे for example cash flow करना है. तो मैं practice करके रखता था और उसको कैश फ्लो सिखा देता था. एंड ही वुड से नहीं सर आज तो कैश फ्लो नहीं करेंगे, आज हम लोग थोड़ा सा कॉमन साइज स्टेटमेंट करेंगे. No, no, let's not jump topics. Let's go one by one because all I would do is do it one day back earlier and then get back to him. So the idea was to make money whatever way. I used to take stock market courses also 2-3 years down the line once I started making money. The idea was जितना पैसा लेके डालेंगे. And 2001 I bought eServe because I thought BPO would become big in India. That went up 6 times. 160 I bought it. I sold it at about 800, 850, 900 rupees. Then there was insurance policies. I'm just
Sorry, Basant, just to interrupt you there. 2001 would be the end of the dot-com boom. It would have taken immense courage to enter the market at that point, right? Given what you would have just seen in the preceding 3-4 years.
Yeah. No, I had lost almost a याद नहीं मेरा portfolio कितना था मुझे भी नहीं पता. But the thing was, there was this belief कि पैसा बनेगा तो ट्यूशन करके नहीं बनेगा. जॉब कर, I got an offer from Williamson Maker कि आ जाओ जॉब कर लो. मैं बोला नहीं यार ये करके अमीर नहीं हो सकता यार. So it was like आर या पार which we say in Hindi. It was like either this side or that side. I said 2, 5, 10, 20 लाख रुपए लेकर लाइफ नहीं बितानी है. अगर होएगा तो बड़ा करना है, नहीं तो उड़ जाएगा तो उड़ जाएगा. So 2 things happened which really helped me at that time. I had insurance policies which my dad did for me and फैमिली में होते ही हमारे मनी बैक एंडाउमेंट ये वो फलाना ढिमका. मैं बोला इसका प्रीमियम कौन देगा. सारी पॉलिसीज को मैं जाके रिटर्न कर दिया. मैं बोला यार बंद करो पैसे लो. और जब चेक आए वो 9/11 के ही वीक में चेक आए एंड दे शट द मार्केट डाउन आई थिंक फॉर 1 or 2 days एंड ऑल स्टॉक्स केम डाउन एंड देन I think a software solution integrated, SSI was a company that had gone to I think 6,000 rupees. It had fallen back to 100 rupees after split and bonus. So I bought SSI at 100 and it went to 300 in 3 months. So all the LIC money went there and then all that happened. And till then, I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew कि जो गिर गया उसको ले लो, उससे पैसे बन जाएंगे. Then I came across this thing called Warren Buffett and the making of an American capitalist and letters and Peter Lynch and Jesse Livermore. And I started reading about them. Meanwhile, 2002, 2003, थोड़ा सा गाड़ी सुधर रही थी because my tuition business did very well. And I started taking stock market courses and classes. So I'm just bringing you to the point from where it has been a good ride. So those things happened. And then I convinced my maternal uncle, my mama, to give me some shares so I could pledge to the bank and raise money. So when I pledged those shares to the bank, I raised money and I bought shares. So he had given me HDFC Bank shares, which would not move an inch. So when there was a margin call, I would sell HDFC Bank, DMAT में. तो and the guy at HDFC Bank से ही funding लिया हुआ था. नहीं ICICI से. तो he would say कि margin call आया, said बॉम्बे से खबर आया है बढ़ जाएगा कल. He said नहीं that's fine but you have to pay up the money. तो मैं बोला कि अच्छा ठीक है भाई तो तुम एक काम करो जो HDFC Bank को बेच दो. तो वो बेच देते थे. स्टैंडर्ड चार्टर्ड ICICI से मेरा लोन अगेंस्ट शेयर्स चलता था 20 lakh rupees per person that you take in those days and I would buy it back. Then he let the shares be with me, Bharat Electronics and HDFC Bank, and then I returned them back in 2003. When I was reading those books, I saw that Walmart had become very big in America in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and there was a Kmart and a Walmart. So in between Trent and Pantaloon, I didn't know which was a Kmart, which was a Walmart. So I bought both of them. And I loaded up to the hilt, almost 60%, 30% each of my portfolio I would put into these two. And there was one stock called TV18 at that time, Raghav Bahl wala CNBC, वो भी मैंने लिया. तो Trent तो उतना चला नहीं, free cash flow business, no debt on balance sheet, cash on balance sheet, सब pristine. Pantaloon पागल की तरह चला. It went up from 7 rupees to 875 and from 7 to 14, I mean adjusted, I'm telling you, I bought it at 50, it went to 100. I said अब क्या लेंगे यार, 100 हो गया, 200 हुआ, 300 हुआ, 400 हुआ. वो जितने अगल बगल वाले people knew that I had Pantaloon. So all your friends, relatives, mama, chacha, nana, everyone would tell you अरे बेच दो, profit book कर लो, because they knew that I'd come the hard way out. But I said नहीं यार इसको बेचेंगे तो एक level पहुंच के ही बेचेंगे, नहीं तो गिरने दो इसको जो होता है. So
this is over what time period?
2003 to 2008. And 2008, Pantaloon started falling. And at 875, it fell to about 750. Then Julian Robertson का Tiger Global Fund होता था, अभी भी शायद है वो. उसने 700 रुपए में लिया. मैं बोला जुलियन रॉबर्टसन ने ले लिया, आप क्या प्रॉब्लम है इसमें? कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. स्टॉक केम टू 600. वापस 700 जाएगा तो बेचूंगा. 550. मैं बोला आप 600 आएगा तो बेचूंगा. 500. मैं बोला 550 जाएगा तो बेचूंगा. करते करते स्टॉक केम टू 300. Then I read 2008 September, August I think कि Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac bankrupt हो गए. मैं बोला पीटर लिंच ने जिस कंपनी में 200 गुना पैसे बनाए वो जीरो हो गया. कि वॉलमार्ट कौन सा बनेगा? पैंटलून ये भी जीरो हो जाएगा. So at 280, I pulled the trigger and 40 times I sold off. And then I thought कि अब यार शायद शेयर बाजार से फिर पैसा नहीं बनेगा कभी. But था कि जो होगा देखा जाएगा. So as usual, I was always leveraged normally at that time. So then 2009, I bought Page. And that was a super ride. It was big capital because capital थोड़ा बन गया था. So Pantaloon के समय capital नहीं बना था. तो अगर उतना capital उस समय बना होता तो अभी तो कहीं और होते. तो फिर Page हुआ. Page went up 40x, and I think after that you would know what happened. In 2011, I started an advisory called Basant's Corner. And in my advisory, there are people who started with 3 lakhs and who today they have 3 crores. So there are people around me who have made money that way because all of them bought Page. 2006, I floated an online website called the equitydesk.com. I don't know whether you've come across that or not. It was a free website. आप question लिखो, हम answer देंगे. हम question लिखेंगे, आप answer दीजिए. No गाली, no galoj, no sarcasm, no pulling of legs. It was very good, and we had a very good equity desk family, if you could say it. So 2006, I floated equity desk. I spent money, opened a website because I thought I had arrived. 2008 में मैं बोला यार इस पे तो खर्चे हो रहा है. Google AdSense हमने लगाया, उसमें उसका आता था महीने का $200-300. बट मैं बोला जो आता है सो ठीक है. So that is how it all started. In 2003 to 2008, Pantaloon made the bare basic capital for me. And 2009 to 14, Page was the real thing for me. And then after that, it's been like this. And 2015-16, we started this PMS, and that's about it.
So you said 2009 to 14, Page was the thing. So what made you buy Page? What was the thinking at that time?
So when I had Pantaloon, आदत हो गई थी 40, 50, 60% grower की. And I was just looking for companies that would grow at 40, 50, 60%. And Page used to grow at 30%. I said, इसमें तो पैसा बनेगा नहीं, but next best alternative क्या है? Let's buy Page because it's growing at 30%. So very reluctantly, I bought it. I never thought it's going to go up so much because I didn't understand the concept of PE expansion at that time. That a 30% grower with free cash flow is far more powerful than a 60% grower with negative cash flow. So वो Page लिया मैंने, and I was wearing jockey at that time at home also. So I connected with the Peter Lynch concept of buy what you see. I said यार ये तो इतने सालों से पहन रहे हैं, यूज कर रहे हैं, इसी का स्टॉक है, इसी की कंपनी है. And that time, if I don't know whether you recall or not, Ginomal, the promoter, used to come and sell every day. Every day means every day. He would come and sell 10 shares, 15 shares, 100 shares, 200 shares. And people who had bought with me, they said, "Arey, tu khud bech raha hai, kaise tum share le rahe ho?" मैं बोल रहा 100 share बेच रहा है, doesn't make a difference. And every day he would sell. So that was one thing. And then again, Peter Lynch, Warren Buffett, all that is fine. But you know, even you have to spend money in the market every day. And it becomes very difficult like that. But one thing I would like to tell you, Page at that time was also a licensee company. So I went to Bangalore. I checked up with the company कि भाई तुम उस समय Jockey International का president भी आया हुआ था. मैं बोला तुम लोग क्यों इसको cancel करोगे? तो he said कि no, we don't cancel licenses. They are our best licensee company. But there was always this fear with Page कि यार ये licensee company है, cancel नहीं हो जाए. But it happened, and because I had seen the Pantaloon ka boom, I carried on with Page. And from the difference between Pantaloon and Page was Pantaloon, I didn't buy further on. पैसा ले लिया, share खरीद लिया, उसके बाद share बढ़ रहे हैं तो और नहीं ले रहे हैं. With Page, I bought right up to I think 9,800 or thereabouts. हर भाव में जैसे पैसा आता था वैसे लेते थे, because you can't buy today's stock at yesterday's price. पैसा आ जाएगा तो आज ही लेना पड़ेगा. And then at 14,500, we went to meet the management. And then management said, नहीं 30% growth तो नहीं होएगा. And we said, हाँ 20 तो कर दोगे ना, 20 is good enough for us. बोला हाँ 20 कर देंगे. So we came out and in the lift we said, इसको बेचो यार, 20% growth हमको चाहिए नहीं. But still from 14,000, the stock is at 40,000 right now. So that's about it. 2015 we exited Page.
Right.
Basant, do you still go for penny stocks?
No. पैसा नहीं बनेगा ही नहीं. पैसा बनेगा नहीं.
And at that point, were you managing money for other people?
No, in Page I wasn't. In 2011, I opened this advisory service. We started charging money. Yes, and most of the guys there had bought Page. We had Grew Finance, which went up 30-40x again from 2003, 2004. It was an HDFC subsidiary doing in Gujarat, small ticket size. We had Repco. So these kind of companies we had. But the real money was made in Page and Pantaloon, and later on in Bajaj Finance and DMart. Though Bajaj and DMart didn't go up so much, but the capital invested was big. So, you know, the effect was larger.
Right. So 2015 onwards, you would say Bajaj and DMart were kind of the
या 2015 ऑनवर्ड्स नहीं, उस समय कैनफिन हमने लिया, वो हो गया 4-5 गुना हुआ. उसके बाद 2017-18 we got into Bajaj, 17 we got into DMart. That was a good ride till 2020. And then later on 2020 के बाद तो पूरा chaos ही हो गया था. When the markets fell, we had Bajaj Finance. It fell from 4,800 to 1,800, and people said it's going to go to 3 digits, but we held on. And when it went back to 4,800, we got rid of it, and it's like कि चलो यार किसी ढंग से मेरे पैसे मिल गए, we exited it. So that was the thing. But I think broadly the thing was Bajaj Finance, DMart, Pantaloon, Page. ये 4 pillars हैं जो portfolio बनाए हैं. And that's what happens. Now you buy up 50 stocks, 10 stocks, 20 stocks. You will only have those 3, 4, 5, 6 companies that are going to turn the screws. But the good thing for me was I was always concentrated, always less than 10 stocks. I don't remember a single instance where I had more than 10 stocks. I think now we've opened a small case, and as a commitment, we put 10 lakh rupees every month. There we have 12 stocks. And this is the first time ever in my life, our life rather, that we have put in more money for 12 stocks, because retail product tha, we wanted to control the volatility, and that is why we bought it, because every month we want to put in 10 lakhs into that.
So you must be having a very strict formula to select a stock.
Yeah, I will tell you. So अगर आपके पास, आप बताओ number of stocks कितना रखना है. अगर आपको से 5 stock रखना है, let's say for example, so 100 by 5 is 20, right? So you go 50% above that or 50% below that. So the highest stock weightage should be 30%, because 100 by 5 is 20, 50% above 20 is 30, 50% below 20 is 10. So 10% से कम कुछ रखना नहीं है, 30% से ज्यादा कुछ रखना नहीं है. And the reason is कि अगर एक स्टॉक आपने 80% कर दिया और बाकी 4-20 किया और वो 80 गिर गया, तो आपका तो रोहित शर्मा आउट हो गया पहला बॉल, तो बुमराह तो आपको गेम नहीं जिता पाएगा. सो यू नीड रोहित शर्मा, विराट कोहली नॉट इन द प्रेजेंट फॉर्म, and you need Hardik Pandya and those kind of players all around. So everyone has to be a solid bet for you. So one wrong decision and one right decision, you should break even. And that is why the weightages in the portfolio should be very close to one another. It can't be कि एक में 50% डाल दिया, दूसरे में 10% डाल दिया, तीसरे में 3 और चौथे में 5 और 5वें में 2% और बोला मेरे पास तो 8 कंपनी है. तो मेरे पास 8 नहीं है, तो मेरे पास एक ही 50% वाला है. So that weightage thing is very important. Even in this small case, we are doing like that. We are just trying to distribute the weightage. So, see, in this market, you don't know when you make a mistake. So when you make a mistake, one right decision should equal one wrong one. That's the advantage.
Basant, these were all small caps when you bought them, right? Do you think that is a big contributory factor to your success?
Yeah, but आज के दिन वो नहीं होएगा, because आज के दिन PE funds आ जाते हैं और वो आपको 200 के PE पे स्टॉक लाते हैं, और so those days are gone. Basically, they are gone. It looks a little defeatist to say that, but in reality, if you see, आज के दिन कोई भी आप see, when I bought Page, it used to pay 17 rupees dividend. For the coming year, it would have paid 17 rupees dividend. I started buying at 350. So 5-6% का yield stock था. उसका PE था 10. So 10 नहीं 12. I think 13-14 was the PE at that time. 350-400 crores was the market cap. So sector leadership, you don't get those kind of companies today. You won't get them, because अगर ऐसा कुछ होगा, पहले ही private equity उसको उठा लिया होगा. So people still look for small caps. You can look for small caps, but you won't get. See, a small cap with sector leadership makes money. A small cap which is not a leader in its own sector will never make you money. It's going to make you lose money. So sector leadership with small. See, all small caps make money. Infosys पैसा बना, Asian Paint बना, Pantaloon बना, Page बना, Group Finance बना, Kajaria बना, सब sector leaders थे. तो small cap blindly जो investor जाता है लेने, हाँ भाई let's buy a small cap, उसी में पैसा बनेगा. उसमें पैसा नहीं बनेगा unless they are leaders in their sector. हाँ, some sectors are there. You don't need a leadership. Like cement, वो transportation cost is so predominant that leader नहीं होने से भी चलता है. I mean, no matter how much Adani tries, he can't start supplying cement to Arunachal Pradesh tomorrow. Transport cost है उसमें. Like banks, like Group Finance was a small cap. लेकिन उसमें पैसा बना because वो dominant था उस area में. So that is the thing.
So at what point in your journey did you reach a stage where you knew that you had enough money from your investments that you didn't need to work, you didn't need to do coaching anymore? You did manage money, but for you, I guess that's more...
I'll tell you. No, 2008, I reached that point. Yeah, sure. 2000, उसके बाद जब collapse हुआ, तो मुझे लगा गए सारे पैसे. अब तो वापस नहीं बनेगा. Then it took me about 2 years to get that money back. So 2009, 2010, second half, I got the money back. But then by the time I was so paranoid of losing, I said कि यार इसके associated जितना काम है करो. And the thing was, let's open an advisory. Because when your times are good, you want to make as much money as you can. You can't say मेरे हो गए हैं, मेरे को और नहीं चाहिए. See, you can say मेरे हो गए हैं, मेरे को और नहीं चाहिए, and you put all your money in a bank and something happens with the bank, you lose all the money. In this world, you have to keep cycling. You cannot say I've made my money and I will stop pedaling and the slope is going to catch me through. ऐसा नहीं होता है. So 2011, once I reached my old level where I thought that I had enough, I said, there's nothing called enough. Enough means I don't work for anyone, but enough always means that I should use that and leverage that to actually increase my income. So I started this advisory service 2015 because the advisory had become uncontrollable with so many people. Any stock that I would say would flow around everywhere. And then this Hawkins episode happened where people said, "Arey isne le liya, bech diya, ye kar diya, wo kar diya." So I said, "Nahi bhai, isko thoda sa isko wo karo." But 2008 I reached it and then I lost it because I was all into stocks. 2011 I reached it again. So even today, like I have enough basically, but I won't think that I have enough because it's all into stocks. So if it's all into stocks, I mean, ठीक है, you can say it's enough, but suppose a nuclear attack होता है, कुछ क्या होता है, नहीं होता है. But you know, it's like when you're under stress for 20 years in life, you don't like a stress-free life. Your mind becomes used to taking stress. So when I don't have enough of a stock in my portfolio, मेरे को नींद नहीं आती रात को, और ज़्यादा लेते हैं तो भी नहीं आती है. So that's the problem because 20 साल से स्ट्रेस में ही रहे हैं कि यार पैसा बनाना है, ये करना है, वो करना है. So स्ट्रेस फ्री लाइफ जो है ना वो होता नहीं है. तो स्ट्रेस लेता हूँ और स्ट्रेस फ्री करने के लिए I go somewhere, I drive across this, that, and when I go, I don't book my hotels in advance. जब पहुंच गए जहाँ वहाँ बुक कर लिया, आगे बढ़ गए. So अभी तो कोविड के टाइम नहीं हुआ, but every year I used to take 2-3 trips: Spain, Portugal, France, UK, Greece, Germany, जापान, सब रोड से मैंने ट्रैवल किया. 20-20 दिन एक जगह रहकर एक पॉइंट से दूसरा पॉइंट. तो अभी हम लोग यूएस भी गए थे अबाउट अ मंथ बैक और सो. वी जस्ट ट्रैवल्ड बाय रोड ऑल अक्रॉस ईस्ट कोस्ट. सो दैट इज वन वे ऑफ किलिंग स्ट्रेस. सो इट्स ऑफ कोर्स आई गो एज अ हॉलिडे विद पीपल, विद फ्रेंड्स एंड ऑल, विद फैमिली ऑब्वियसली, बट लेकिन उससे स्ट्रेस मेरे को लगता है कटता है मेरा. अब वो नहीं करेंगे तो बीपी शुगर हो जाएगा.
But just to, if I were to answer that question in one line, today, you know, you don't depend on your PMS for your finances, right? I mean, that's taken care of by your investment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, true. तो डिविडेंड से ही हो जाता है यार, but at the same time it gives you the mental comfort. But at the same time I also know that if you don't do well, ये सब redemption हो जाएगा. So the mental comfort है, but the mental comfort is momentary. It's not कि अरे ये तो lifelong चलेगा. You don't do well, the guys are going to redeem from you. They don't let the money be with you. So, but yes, the PMS gives you mental comfort. Beyond that, उतना नहीं कुछ. And that is why you would not have seen us tom-tomming about the PMS anywhere. We don't have distributors. We don't have any agents. We don't do client calls. आ गया, मिल गया, बोल दिया तो कोई मुझे बोलता है सर PMS में लगाना है. मैं बोला मैं ऐसे ही स्टॉक बताता हूँ, ले ले यार, क्या PMS में लगाओगे? Because the problem, it's not that you don't want the money. See, when the Nifty falls 400 points on a day, that guy would expect you to call him and speak to him for 15 minutes. But मेरा दिमाग उस दिन खुद ही खराब है. मैं क्या बात करूंगा किसी से? So I say यार छोड़ो, कौन बात करेगा इससे? So instead of taking that झमेला out of not talking to clients after onboarding them, we normally choose the easier way out कि यार नहीं लेंगे, छोड़ दो. और कोई ज्यादा अगर इंटरेस्ट दिखाता है तो obviously then we say हाँ please आ जाओ. That is there.
And also you had advisory in 2011 and then 2013 the SEBI rules came in. So did you close that?
Yeah, we closed that. We closed it in 14 thereabouts, 15 thereabouts. जब वो SEBI rule को एकदम SEBI rule पेपर आया था, उसके बाद था कि आप RIA लेना पड़ेगा. I passed the exam also, but then it was the thing of shifting everyone from this platform to the other platform. But then even though I had taken the RIA license, I said, no, let's shut this down. ये होएगा नहीं. It was not manageable. So many people there and small caps थे उस समय. एक आप stock बोलो, सबको पता चल जाता था. 20% सर्किट लग जाता था. और मेरा डर क्या था उस समय, and that's the thing, कि when I sell page, who will sell page first, me or my clients? So instead of putting myself into that problem, I said, let's shut this down. because I knew in 2014 that the time to sell page was nearing. ये आने ही वाला है. मैं बोला इसको बंद कर दो, फिर जिसको जो करना है अपना करेगा. So that is how it happened. So once we shut this down and 2-3-4 महीने बाद ही we sold page out. So that was the thing.
That's it from
us. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Basant.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care.
That's it for today. If you have any questions, you can write to us at mintmoney@linemint.com. If you want me to cover any specific topic, DM me at @Abhinav Kaul at Twitter. To stay updated on this podcast, follow HT Smartcast on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and LinkedIn. To listen to more such podcasts, log on to htsmartcast.com और सुनो नए नजरिए से.
This was a Mint production brought to you by HT Smartcast.
HT Smartcast.